Welcome back to Indiana Diecast Racing and the continuing action of the Final Fantasy Fracas. Today we've got groups 65 and 66. First up for 65, it's Buckeye Brian driving Gator Truck 2 for Rust Belt Diecast. Gator Truck is a 67 grand Swamp Raider. From Dubious Diecast, Miss Nefarious joins us again, this time in a 65 gram combi called Tractor. Representing Raw Sun God Racing and sponsored by Kill the Sun Comics, it's Dino driving Tan Claw, a Velociracer weighing 39 grams. You might be saying Dino raced way back in Group 19, but that was actually Rex, and you can tell because Rex has green claws while Dino's are tan. And if you watched the custom event over at Junkyard Joust earlier this year, you probably recognize this car. It's Jousting Baby G from G4 Diecast in Rampalicious, a Phaeton weighing 155 grams. Brian and Nefarious start up front, Dino and Baby G in the back. Brian jumps out to a quick lead, Dino looking to follow him into turn 2. Dino dives inside while Nefarious spins behind. She nearly wipes out and Brian wrecks in the square. Dino bolts past like a raptor on the hunt. He's gonna come away with the win. Mrs. Nefarious claims second, and Jousting Baby G rolls in for third. Buckeye Brian led nearly the entire lap despite Dino's challenge, and winds up rolling himself with a poorly timed hit on the inside wall. Dino and Raw Sun God with the early points advantage. Dino looks to keep his momentum going from the pole on lap 2. Nefarious spins her wheels and Brian's start much slower this time. Dino rockets away from the field and Brian rolls again. Dino easily wins back-to-back. Baby G quietly takes second and Nefarious is third. Tough break for Brian again. This one quickly turning into a tight battle for second. Baby G's turn on the pole, but can Dino make it free from the outside lane? Nefarious slow again at the start while Baby G looks to hang with Dino. He dives inside and they hit Echo Base neck and neck. Baby G makes the pass, but Dino gets a boost from Brian. Chaos on the final straight, but Baby G hangs on. Dino takes second, Brian is third, and this time it's Mrs. Nefarious with the DNF. A great battle right from the top this time as Dino uses his quick acceleration, but Baby G able to catch up on that long first straight. Somehow Dino keeps Baby G from clearing him in turn 2, and it takes the second long straight for G to finally pull ahead. The lap probably would have been over right then and there if not for a timely boost from Buckeye Brian. The trio get linked up and slide all over the final straight, resulting in a super tight finish. Dino locks up his spot in round 2, and Jousting Baby G will only need to finish lap 4 to advance as well. Mrs. Nefarious will have to win this one, and she's got a shot from the starting pole. But things already not looking good as she immediately falls well behind Baby G and Dino. And we've lost Brian in the back. Baby G's in trouble. Dino and Nefarious make the pass and come to the line, but Nefarious has blown her engine and grinds to a halt just short of the finish line. It's not going to matter though, as she would have had to win the lap. Dino scorches Group 65 with 15. Jousting Baby G moves on despite a lap 4 DNF.
There. That's got to be at least 15% faster now. Oh, hi, I didn't see you there. I'm internationally recognized builder, YouTube race host, and all-around nice guy, 905. You might also recognize me as the Crazy Canuck, or from my appearances on the Frozen 4-banger. When I'm not out saving civilizations from the evils of Techmorto, I trust the good folks over at Rust Belt Customs for all my custom diecast decal needs. Not only do they make all my custom diecast race cars stand out, but they also give my paint jobs that little something extra. So, if you don't want to end up like this guy...
Here they come around the corner and, oh, that Evo could have used some Rust Belt decals.
Then get yourself over to Rust Belt Customs today and see what they can do for you. How's that, Josh? Is that alright? Can I have my decals now?
Executing Group 66, it's another wacky animal car from Rust Belt. Old Joe is driving the Platypus, a 49-gram roadster bite. At least it used to be. Representing Junkyard Joust itself, Hot Black Desiato is driving the aptly named Disaster Area, a turbulence weighing 49 grams. With a second showing today, Raw Sun God from Raw Sun God Racing hits the track in Experiment X, or 10, a 52-gram bifocal 2, or II. And in another Donate to Drive vehicle, this one built by Indiana Diecast Racing, Walter Sobchak is driving for Dragon Wheels Racing in Alchemy, a 58-gram Solaire CX-4. Some very nice black and gold vehicles, and a platypus. Hot Black and Walter quickly pull ahead in the outside lane, Raw Sun God struggling to build speed in the back. Walter spins and Old Joe makes the pass in Echo Base. Hot Black Desiato cruises to an easy opening lap victory. Old Joe claims second, Walter is third, and Raw Sun God comes to a stop short of the finish line. Walter dangerously got into trouble entering Echo Base, spins around and loses a bunch of speed, allowing the flying platypus to swing around the outside. After one, Hot Black leads with 4, Joe has 3, Walter 2, and Raw Sun God the Big Donut. Raw Sun God and Old Joe up front for lap 2, Walter and Hot Black in the back. Joe and Hot Black pull ahead on the outside lane. Raw and Walter connect in the back and slow. Old Joe will roll to the win, Hot Black Desiato takes second. Looks like Walter and the Sun God lost too much speed and are curbside in the back corner. Raw and Walter entered Echo Base just fine, but Walter catches Raw and turns him, and the pair are unable to disconnect from that point, eventually grinding down their momentum to a complete stop. Halfway done, and the top two are running away with the group. Underdogs Walter and Raw Sun God split the front row for lap 3. Walter gets a great jump for his first start on the front row, and Hot Black is left chasing him to turn 2. The pair link up, but Hot Black not finding a path around. They round the final turn and go 1 and 2 on the group's fastest lap today. Bad news for Raw Sun God, he'll take another DNF as he's blocked by Old Joe. Heading to the final lap, Hot Black has all but locked up his spot. Old Joe and Walter will fight for second. Walter front outside, Old Joe back inside. Walter has to place better than Old Joe. Hot Black takes the lead, Old Joe gets a beat just inside Walter. Joe gets pinched out in turn 2, and this is Walter's head-to-head to lose. Joe nearly gives up third to Raw Sun God. Desiato's off the track. Walter Sobchak will run to a lap 4 win, Old Joe is second, and Raw Sun God third. And we've got a 3-way tie. Raw Sun God will park while we head for a head-to-head-to-head runoff. They'll rotate starting positions, and wins are what matters here. Old Joe with the pole gets out front. No passes will be made, and Old Joe takes the win and is safe for now. Resetting and rotating puts Hot Black Desiato on the pole for lap 2. If Joe can log another win, he'll definitely advance. Hot Black out front while Walter and Joe fight for second. Lots of slipping and sliding, but it doesn't slow Hot Black down, who takes the second lap. So with Joe and Hot Black splitting the wins, Walter must win lap 3 or face immediate elimination. So far the wins have gone to the pole sitters, and it looks to possibly continue with that trend. Hot Black right behind Walter. He gives him a tap, but Walter will take lap 3, and with each driver recording a win, we'll have to go to secondary finishes to break the tie. And it's going to be Hot Black and Walter who move on, the deciding factor being Old Joe's lap 3 DNF. And with that crazy performance, Old Joe has been added to the wildcard list. Congratulations to Hot Black Desiato, Walter Sobchak, Dino, and Jousting Baby G. This has been Jim D for Indiana Diecast Racing. Be sure to check in next time for more slightly above mediocre diecast racing and the continuing round 1 action of the Final Fantasy Fracas.